Welcome to the Daily Vibecasting. Today, the creative pipeline has hit warp factor 9. AI is collapsing 3D design from days to mere minutes. We're watching Tesla turn sci-fi into tangible 2025 hardware, and we're also going to analyze the highest-stakes cultural power play happening right now, rooted in the repatriation of sacred ancient relics. We are taking the raw fire hose of X, pulling out the most vital signals, and synthesizing a deep dive, covering everything from advanced subtractive manufacturing to the delicate art of cultural soft power.
And our mission for you is not just to track these dizzying trends. It's to identify the second-order effects, the true disruption happening just beneath the surface. Who benefits most from this unprecedented acceleration? What established systems, and maybe more importantly, what professional skill sets are being instantly, rendered obsolete? If we see speed, we have to ask what corners are being cut and whose economic value is deflating.
Okay, let's unpack this with the single biggest shift we saw dominating the wire today. And that is the annihilation of time barriers in 3D and video creation. I mean, this was traditionally the domain of highly skilled specialists, and now it's being democratized at a pace that is, frankly, it's terrifying.
Terrifying is absolutely the right word, especially if your business model depends on charging a client for 40 hours of manual labor that just evaporated.
Exactly. We have to look at a viral thread that came from at Tazikuko. That's Tanaka Yoshihiro, the CEO of Taziku in Japan.
Yeah.
His key takeaway, and it translates so powerfully, is the idea that 3D takes effort might now be a thing of the past.
And he proved it. The workflow he lays out, this isn't a minor efficiency game. This is
It's a complete pipeline collapse.
a total collapse. Historically, a modeler would spend days, maybe even weeks, on a high-fidelity rigged character.
Right. And now they are using a sequence of AI tools that are widely available. They start with Nano Banana for the initial 2D images.
Then they feed those into Tencent Hunyuan 3D. That's the engine doing the heavy lifting, the conversion to a full 3D mesh.
And then for the final step, they just use free tools like Mixamo for auto-rigging. That's what gives the model a skeleton so it can actually move.
So the total time for a production-ready, rigged, animated, superhero-like figure?
Under 10 minutes.
Under 10 minutes. On the first try, with good detail. Just think about that. You can generate a functional animated asset in less time than it takes to get a coffee.
So the economic pressure point isn't the software cost anymore. It's the time cost that has just vanished. Before this, you had to master these tedious but essential tasks, like UV unwrapping or cleaning up mesh geometry.
What's fascinating here is how the focus shifts completely. It's moving away from manual technical labor to purely creative iteration. If you can generate 10 distinct rigged concepts in an hour, your job is no longer to build. Your job is to judge, to refine, to select.
So that specialized skill of, say, mesh topology, making sure the geometry is clean, that suddenly becomes the only necessary human touch point.
Exactly. And the source even notes that minor fixes are still required there, so that's where the human value remains.
This just drastically lowers the barriers for every indie game developer, every animator.
Which means the traditional mid-level 3D generalist, the person who made their living from those 40 hours of tedious work, is facing a massive deflation of their value. Their pivot has to be immediate.
They need to move into creative direction or highly specialized engineering tasks that AI can't touch yet.
The AI is now the floor. It's not the ceiling.
That is a huge disruption.
Yeah.
And it leads us directly to the platforms that are integrating these massive generative capabilities. Let's talk about Grok Imagine.
Ah, yes. This is the massive platform retention play we were all predicting. And it's arguably more disruptive than the 3D pipeline collapse just because of the sheer scale of the platform.
Right. So at Tesla Learner's SV is showing off this staggering native integration. Now, users can long press any photo in the X app, a photo they just took, one from their camera roll, even a vintage family picture, and it will instantly generate a 10-second animated video.
And this is leveraging xAI's Aurora engine for that lifelike motion. We're not talking about a clunky GIF. We're talking subtle camera pans, the realistic sway of hair, steam rising from a coffee cup.
Details that make it feel real.
Photorealistic. And while the feature debuted in the Grok app back in October, putting it natively in the main app turns the social media platform itself into an instant generative video studio.
And the examples are compelling. People are animating old family photos, turning them into these emotional little shorts, and those are driving phenomenal engagement. We saw demos hitting over 500,000 views in less than a day.
So the platform isn't just distributing content anymore.
No, it's creating highly personal, emotionally resonant content instantly.
This raises an important question that we can't ignore. We are talking about a major social media platform natively generating deep fake quality video with a single long press. If X is both the instant creator of photorealistic video and the primary distributor of that video, the entire legal and regulatory landscape just changes overnight.
You're talking about liability. Who is responsible when a hyper-realistic animation of a public figure is instantly shared by millions of people?
Precisely. If they offer the tool, they own a piece of the creation. Their speed gives them this unprecedented user retention power, but it comes with equally unprecedented liability.
The tech has just outpaced the law.
Completely. There are no guardrails.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. We're moving from the weightless digital canvas to the gravity of physical metal and infrastructure. We're seeing engineering go viral.
It's the perfect transition. We just talked about collapsing the 3D design time. Now we need to talk about collapsing the physical prototyping time.
We saw an awesome salute at Jim Balasic, he's the CEO of Zen, to the designer at MDiresh. This was the finale of a 5-day viral CNC challenge.
And just to clarify for everyone listening, CNC is computer numerical control. This challenge was all about subtractive manufacturing. So you start with a solid block of aluminum and you use high-speed tools to cut away everything you don't want.
And the final piece was intricate, not just a simple bracket. It was this highly detailed piece of aluminum with delicate lattice structures, tiny gear-like teeth, micro perforations.
A total demonstration of extreme precision and speed in one kind of elegant package.
And we connect this to the bigger picture.
It proves that complex manufacturing can be phenomenal social content. They've blended that engineering admiration with humor, with community, showing off the rejected designs, for example.
It's a brilliant ad for accessible precision. They've monetized the process of engineering itself.
Right. The ability to prototype these intricate physical parts quickly is what drives real-world innovation, and they've turned that into a spectator sport.
Okay, moving to the largest intersection of sci-fi and reality, Tesla. We saw a viral montage from edXFreeze. It was racking up nearly 100,000 views in just a few hours.
Ah, the robot convergence video. It is undeniably effective marketing. It's designed to evoke awe.
The video directly compares scenes from the 2004 film Robot, the autonomous taxi fleets, the home robots, against Tesla's current 2025 cybercab robotaxis and the Optimus bots.
The cultural narrative they're reinforcing is incredibly powerful. What was a Hollywood dream in 2004 is a technical reality in 2025.
And it positions Tesla as the only company really scaling both of these futuristic technologies at the same time.
It's great marketing, but we have to maintain a critical lens here. The reality of mass-scale robotaxi fleets. It depends so heavily on technical validation, full regulatory approval, things that just haven't happened yet.
So the cultural excitement
is getting dangerously ahead of the technical and ethical constraints, isn't it? The emotional response you get from a side-by-side video doesn't clear the immense legal hurdles that are still there.
That friction between vision and execution, that's the story to watch.
For sure.
And speaking of competition, we got a quick market check from @XPENG Motors.
The EV Cipher. A short teaser showing the XPENG P7 Plus taillights flickering. Then it cuts to binary code 0101 and asks, can you decipher what it means?
Classic engagement marketing. It's all about maximizing community interaction, speculation.
And it's smart. It signals technological sophistication using binary code in their ad copy while keeping the buzz high. It's a reminder that even with Tesla's cultural dominance, the luxury EV race is still fierce.
Let's pivot now from the speed of engineering to the immense slow gravity of culture. We're moving from a 10-minute 3D model to a story that's 127 years in the making.
This is where the emotional stakes just skyrocket. Culture is tied directly to national identity and diplomacy.
The biggest story here came from the highest level. Prime Minister Narendra Modi. His post celebrates the January 3rd inauguration of the Grand International Exposition in New Delhi.
And the central event is massive. It's deeply symbolic. It's the official inauguration showcasing the repatriation of the sacred Piprahwa relics.
Which are these incredibly rare bone fragments and gems linked directly to Buddha after they had been abroad for 127 years.
127 years. They were discovered in 1898 and were housed in the Indian Museum in England. Their return was secured through these very high-profile diplomatic efforts last year.
This is a textbook, high-stakes example of using cultural heritage as a precise tool of, what would you call it?
Soft power. It is pure soft power. It's not just about history or religion. It's a strategic geopolitical move. By achieving this repatriation, India is cementing its role as a global spiritual and cultural hub. They're leveraging deep history for modern diplomatic gain.
It gives them immense non-military capital to spend on the global stage.
Exactly.
And that puts a serious weight on the importance of these artifacts. Now, on the total opposite end of that cultural spectrum, we have the micro-creator economy.
Yes, the digital counterpoint to the geopolitical move. High-stakes legacy versus hyper-niche human-curated art.
We had it Aftertricks, who posted tutorial number 61 in a series. It's an 11-second clip showing how to use Adobe After Effects ripple distortion on a Powerpuff Girls animation.
Simple, practical, highly focused knowledge. And the reaction is key. Video editors immediately piled in, asking how to adapt it for open-source tools like Blender.
It shows that despite all the AI acceleration we talked about, there's still this fundamental human need for specific practical tips from other creators.
People still crave utility.
Yeah.
And then you have the other side of that coin.
The viral pixel art from at 84 Alea. The animation is titled Lost, and it shows a solitary figure in a snowy post-Soviet apartment complex.
It's purely evocative. It blends melancholy with nostalgia. It's intimate, it's meditative, and it's deeply human.
So you have the instructional tutorial and you have the emotional pixel art.
And both highlight the core resistance to generic AI content. In an age of instant deepfakes, specific, niche, human-curated art and focused tutorials, they retain immense value because they speak to a very specific shared human experience.
So what does this all mean for us? We've seen the speed of digital creation hit warp factor 9, while the physical world, from CNC parts to ancient relics, proves its enduring gravity.
If we tightly connect the exponential speed of 3D generation with the viral speed of modern manufacturing, our prediction for the near future is this. The convergence of generative AI design and custom hardware manufacturing will rapidly accelerate the viral personalization of physical goods.
So not just designing something on a screen.
No. Today, designing a custom part requires specialized engineering know-how. Tomorrow, the average user will be designing and ordering hyper-customized parts from car components to personalized tech in minutes, not months. The speed of digital creation is about to fully infect the speed of physical manufacturing.
That transition will completely reshape retail and supply chains. Before we wrap, consider how quickly the line between product and art is vanishing, when the tools for both are shared and instantly accessible on the exact same platform. It forces you to ask, are you buying a utility or are you buying an expression?
A lot to process, and a fascinating direction for culture and commerce to move in the coming week.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll see you for the next one.